Yeah. It's bright red, kind of glossy, about 2 to 3 inches long, with kind of a pewter colored border. Yeah. So what do you think it is, Doctor? Really? I didn't realize that could result in spontaneous jewelry. Yeah, spontaneous jewelry. I'm describing an amulet. Why? What did you think of what? Hello? 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 Claes Kasper Bang was born in Odense on the Danish island of Funen in 1967. His parents divorced when he was still young, and Claes followed his parents, primarily his father, who worked as a salesman, as they moved all around the country. In an interview with Appetize, he speculated that this kind of mobile childhood prepared him for life as an actor, remembering what it was like to move from school to school and saying, "I've done it so much that I don't really think a lot about it when I have to move for my work. If you want to sleep in your own bed every night, you shouldn't become an actor." Claes started acting after his third year of college when he was cast in a musical. At first, he didn't consider it as a career path, instead thinking that he would pursue journalism. However, at the age of 23, he realized he was close to the age limit for application to the Danish National School of Theatre, and decided that, if he never tried for it, he would always regret passing up the opportunity. He applied and was not accepted, but he made it very far in the selection process, which encouraged him to apply the next year. He was accepted into the school and began attending training just as he turned 25, the cutoff age for applications at the time. He graduated from the program in 1996, and the same year debuted on the professional stage in Odense. The roles he received were not large, but they kept him employed and meant that he was able to pay his bills through his work as an actor. From 2001 to 2004, Claes worked at the Aalborg Theatre, but the theater did not provide him with as much work as he expected. He describes the period as living in a small apartment where he didn't know a lot of people and he had a lot of spare time. Looking for something to do, he asked the director for permission to create a one-man show and was granted space to work on it, provided that the resulting show did not cost any money and did not conflict with the work of his fellow actors. The result was Onskaben, an adaptation of Jan Guillau's novel Onskan. He debuted the show in 2002 and has since performed the show over 200 times all over Denmark. But his breakthrough role came in 2006 when he appeared on Danish television in Anna Pihl. From there, he moved into German language roles for television and film, and in 2017 won the European Film Award for his role in The Square, becoming the first Danish actor to win that particular award. That role and his subsequent casting in Dracula for the BBC came as a surprise to the actor, who had been experiencing a lull in his career that had led him to wonder if he had done something to offend, well, everyone in the entertainment industry. Today, Bang is back on stage and screen and is experiencing his first moment of international fame.
Why are we talking about stories?
Because I want to tell you one. Please. As you can see, there's a game in progress.
A knight is menacing a queen.
Who's knight, who's queen?
Who's black, who's white?
You choose.
Fresh off successful runs on Doctor Who and Sherlock, Stephen Moffat began working with frequent collaborator Mark Gatiss on an adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula in 2017. The core idea was to take Dracula and turn him into the hero of his own story instead of the villain who had to be defeated. The show was picked up by the BBC in 2018, and Moffat approached Claes Bang, saying that he wanted to do a Cumberbatch. That is, launch a well-respected and semi-known actor into stardom, as he believes he did with Benedict Cumberbatch in Sherlock. Drenched in blood and blending practical and CGI effects, the slick, modern take spends its first episode on the story of Dracula and Jonathan Harker, and the second episode detailing Dracula's journey aboard the Demeter, before spinning off in an unexpected direction for its third episode. It is a very Stephen Moffat take on the source material. In fact, it has a lot in common with Moffat's 2007 Jekyll, in which he put a modern spin on the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Both Claes Bang and Mark Gatiss have expressed an interest in returning for a second series of Dracula, but at this time, no plans have been announced.
Now let's find out. No corpses in here.
In preparation for the role, Bang watched as many film and television adaptations as he could get his hands on, citing Klaus Kinski's performance in 1979's Nosferatu the Vampire as a particular influence. This Dracula is a blunt instrument, smashing his way through everyone's defenses. He's frequently called clever, and the script gives him ample space to crow about his own cleverness, in part by humble bragging about not really being clever at all. But at the end of the day, this is a Dracula who crashes through life like a raging bull. Some of the best character moments, however, are those where we do get a glimpse of Dracula as we're used to seeing him. Aboard the Demeter, Dracula practices moving through society by interacting with his fellow passengers. And we see glimmers of a man with deep wit and charm. Ultimately, this is an actor's take on Dracula that goes deeper and offers more than the material it inhabits. The BBC and Netflix's 2020 Dracula is drenched in Easter eggs and references to both the history of Dracula and Stephen Moffat's own career. The castle used for exterior shots of Castle Dracula is the same one that appears in 1922's Nosferatu. Variations in Bang's makeup and costuming reference 1992's Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1958's Horror of Dracula, and Universal Studios' 1931 Dracula. And there are passing references to Clara Oswin Oswald from Doctor Who, and to the character of Sherlock Holmes. What do you think of Stephen Moffat's take on Dracula? What do you think of Claes Bang in the role? That's what the comments are there for. Drop down there, leave a few words, let me know what you think of this show, what you think of this video, what I pronounced incorrectly. I'm deeply, deeply sorry to anybody who actually speaks Danish. While you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell if you haven't already in order to get notifications every time there's a new video. And hey, sharing is caring. Share this video with a friend or two. Until next time, I am Glenn Williams, the film optimist, reminding you to watch like it means something.